1, 2, 3, 4. I told you so. I told you. I told you so. I told you. Remember when I told you about 9/11? Remember when I told you about Building 7? Remember when I told you about the fluoride in the water? Yes, I did. Remember when I told you about the New World Order? Remember that? Remember when I told you about the chemtrails in the sky? Remember when I told you that NASA was full of lies? Remember when I told you about the ultra mind control? Well, I just want to say that I told you so, yeah. Remember when I told you about 432 hertz, that is, and what 440 can do to you? It hurts my ears. Remember when I told you about the vaccine agenda? Yes, I did. And that Michelle Obama is a transgender. Yes, he is. The dinosaur fraud, the climate change scam, and yes, Sandra Bullock is also a man. Remember when I told you that there ain't no globe? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Remember when I told you about the TV flicker rate? And how it puts your brain in an alpha state? Remember when I told you about germ theory? Remember when I told you about gravity? Remember that? Remember when I told you about Paul McCartney? Remember when I told you about direct energy? Remember when I told you about Monsanto? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. 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 Yeah. Remember when I told you about the mainstream media? Your so-called celebrities and pedophilia. Remember that? Child trafficking and adrenochrome. Remember when I told you about the Georgia Guidestone? Remember when I told you about the false flag operation? Remember when I told you about 5G radiation? Remember that I told you that? Well, I just want to say that I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Yeah, I told you so. Yeah. But you didn't listen. I told you so. I told you so.
Guys. Welcome to Sombrero. We got a special guest tonight. I want to do something real quick here before we get to intros. Something Mark Sargent put out the other night. I think it's applicable here. We're gonna have fun tonight. This isn't.
Wait, before you go there, can we discuss how creepy your response to that awesome song was?
What? How was it creepy?
You went,
Well, sometimes a good conspiracy song really gets me going.
Nicole agrees with me. Nicole agrees with me. It was she's a little freaked out.
Maybe she likes that.
No, I told you so.
Out.
I told you so, Dave.
Oh my God! Here we go.
All
So
right.
this is a little 3-minute thing. Sergeant over at Strange World put this out. I thought this is pretty applicable. Let's take a look at this. This is pretty applicable.
Look, I swear it isn't me! I swear it isn't! I know who it is! I know who the monster is! I know who it is that doesn't belong among us! I swear I know who it is!
All right, Charlie, let's hear it.
What are you waiting for?
Well, come on, Charlie, come on.
Who is it, Charlie? Tell us! It's a kid! It's Tommy! He's the one!
Oh, that's not true. It isn't so. He's a little boy. It was this kid who knew what was going to happen. He was the one who knew. How did he know? How could he have known?
How did you know, Tommy?
What's the matter with you people now? Stop!
How did you know?
How did you know?
You're right, it's him.
It isn't the kids! It's Bob Weaver's house!
It isn't Bob Weaver's place. It's Don's house.
It's the Raiders' house! It's the kid, I tell you! It's Charlie! He's the one!
Somebody's got a face more this all flat earthers.
Why is everything always happening?
Understand the procedure now? Just stop a few of their machines and radios and telephones and lawnmowers. Throw them into darkness for a few hours and then sit back and watch the pattern.
And this pattern is always the same?
With few variations. They pick the most dangerous enemy they can find, and it's themselves. All we need to do is sit back and watch.
Then I take it this place, this Maple Street, is not unique.
By no means. Their world is full of Maple Streets. And we'll go from one to the other and let them destroy themselves. One to the other. One to the other. One to the other.
The tools of conquest do not necessarily come with bombs and explosions and fallout. There are weapons that are simply thoughts, attitudes, prejudices, to be found only in the minds of men. For the record, prejudices can kill, and suspicion can destroy. And a thoughtless, frightened search for a scapegoat has a fallout all of its own. For the children, and the children yet unborn. And the pity of it is that these things cannot be confined to the Twilight Zone.
All right, I got one more for you guys. This is just
Who here didn't watch every single Twilight Zone?
I've seen a lot of them.
I used to have the box set of it.
Yeah, this
every
one's
single
just,
one.
I loved it. Dave, this one's just for you.
Can
Dave.
somebody take that and put our heads on there and stuff? Like change all the faces to all of the flat earthers?
Here's a real quick one for you,
actually,
Dave.
that probably wouldn't be that difficult.
Oh, thanks, man.
Dave, this is just for you.
This is getting warmed up for our favorite Jew.
I don't know that dance.
Check this out.
But it just goes so well to dubstep.
They are good dancers.
They
This one
really
is
are.
it's really good,
in
man.
time. Yeah. Look, and there's
These are actually
This is the Hasidum.
This is
I
yeah.
ruined
This
my
is
joke.
like left.
Oh, sorry. I just want you guys to witness group
This isn't
activity.
Hasidum. This is Amish. These are Amish people.
No, this is.
I think this is
Orthodox.
this Satmar? Is this Satmar group in Brooklyn? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the Hasidum.
Just want you guys to see some good dance moves while we get started here.
Do they all have long white socks on?
Yeah, they wear that outfit every day of the week. It is what it is. That's what they do. Look at those
Is that
moves,
the
though.
tune that they're dancing to, or is that
No,
No,
it's somebody matched it up.
They have a DJ today.
Damn, it's good. Those guys
A
are
Shabbos
great.
I got
dance with them.
everybody's in the same time. It's like
Are there any women in that group?
no,
No.
not allowed.
Women are not allowed to dance.
Not allowed in that building.
Only on weddings.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go, guys.
Well, DJ, place that you gotta go, huh?
What religion is this?
Oh god.
It's
Oh, God.
ultra orthodox.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tinfoil Sombrero. We got a special guest tonight, David Weiss. And,
For episode number 33.
Episode number 33.
There it
Illuminati
goes. Here it
confirmed
goes.
tonight.
Here it goes.
Yep.
Where's your ladder?
This is revelation of the method.
Where's
man.
your fucking ladder?
Revelation of the method. He did it on purpose is to let everybody know.
Oh, yeah, we totally planned
Nicole
it.
put the ladder in the thumbnail. There is a ladder in the thumbnail. There's a lot of other symbolism in the
I
thumbnail.
noticed that. A lot of symbolism. Nice job, Nicole.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
symbolism.
Thanks.
She
Not like
did
I'm
very
not
well.
I hate it
We
enough
have
for
one right here.
pointing out
You can see it.
stupidity.
Dude, fucking RV is so fucked.
Let me do the rounds
Yeah,
here.
him.
Rico, how you
Yeah.
doing, buddy? You good?
Yeah,
Doing
man.
good from your end?
Yeah.
Nico, I talk to you every day, but anything you want to talk to me about before we get started here?
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay, fine. All right, DJ, tell me about what's going on with you.
I love
my
it.
God.
I had the best joke written, but I'm not gonna do it.
We'll get to it.
That was hilarious.
Okay,
Rico.
well, when you're ready.
DJ, how was your week?
No, it's so good.
Dude, this week has been crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone needs to chillax is how I'm feeling.
It's like you got to kind of do one of these things. And
But did we all forget that it's New Year's? Like New Year's hasn't even been a week. It's been 25 years since Y2K.
it's a new calendar year. We don't know if it's the actual New Year.
It's only been 5 days. So Happy New Year. Happy New Year Day.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And we're special guest, Dave Weiss, maker
Yes.
of the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Well, welcome. I'm sure you're going to be doing streams for indefinitely this whole month.
Oh!
You're in Mexico right now.
Sergeant's here. Sergeant's here.
Yeah.
Sergeant's coming in.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sarge. Yeah, shout out to Sarge for that.
You
Wait,
mean
he's
the
gonna
most
join us?
stable, the most stable man in flat Earth from the beginning. the guy that no matter how much he's attacked, hasn't attacked anybody ever. The guy that constantly defends other flat earthers, even when they're being assholes. That guy? You mean the guy that never freaks out, realizes that all of this is good publicity? That guy? That guy you talk about?
Even
The
kill
guy that
Sarge.
The one.
so many people hate.
Even
And
kill
has
Sarge.
shown so much stability through all of this time, and was here from the beginning. That guy.
I mean, honestly, like,
Mark
I
Sarge,
don't
what a great
how dare
intro,
him
yes.
do that? How dare him?
Actually, you know what? Every single meetup I've ever done, he's done a video for me. Like, I don't understand how someone is that like cool.
You
you
may
know-
be in the leadership role with Weiss here for the hardest working man in flat Earth. You know, it just
No,
it's
he's
a lot of years
actually Mark is a really good dude.
I think he's an alien.
Maybe.
Verdict is
You
out.
know where? Outer lands?
Verdict is out.
He's from
Yeah,
out
that
there.
guy. That guy.
Yeah,
from
I
certain
told him,
times,
you know,
from
let's
time
while we're on
travel.
the subject of Mark Sargent, you know, it's been such a pleasure for me to be the co-host, but that's the thing, like he is the real deal. People just don't believe anyone could be that nice and have that baby face that just looks
Yeah.
like it looks like a front. So that's why I call him show face, but it's just not he's not. He's genuine, guys.
He's just
He is
that's
very
it. Genuinity, if that's a word.
Yeah,
Is
another
that a
quick
word?
shout out.
Genuinity?
Yeah, another quick shout out. Patricia
Genuinity?
Steer.
It's no surprise.
Genuinity.
Patricia!
No,
Patricia.
Oh,
yeah, he
Patricia,
said.
oh,
He
good.
said. No, Mark said, "I'm not cool." How dare you?
That's true. He's definitely not cool. I mean, but he's totally chill. I mean, I've never seen him upset at anybody.
I would
That's
go
because
down
he
on
was
him in a
trained for
heartbeat.
this. He was trained for it.
Easy,
He's an
easy
agent.
there.
He was trained for
Easy.
that. He's trained to
Easy.
be cool.
Jeez.
He's cool. You guys
Jeez
he's got the
Louise.
best pop culture references. Are you kidding me? That nothing gets past him. That's why he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's zen. He's zen in aggregate. That's what I would say. I would say that you know, all of us coming out of the last 3 weeks, it's been kind of gnarly, and we're gonna stay away from that stuff tonight because I've been in enough battles for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I do want to keep it up. I would prefer to keep it upbeat.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about. Really, we're gonna talk about you, Weiss. You're in Mexico. Are you on a soundstage?
I'm in Antarctica, but the screens are off right now. They're in the test pattern.
I see.
It is actually cold tonight. I'm actually wearing a very light sweatshirt. It's like 74.
Oh, that's okay. It's 33 degrees in New York.
Oh,
33.
Illuminati confirmed.
Just keeps coming. Just keeps coming. So how you doing, man? I know you're out there somewhere in the Mexico outerlands.
Yeah, I'm in Mexico and doing what I always do. Just doing flattening. I flattened my the landlord that owns this place, and I flattened him. He saw my setup. I started asking questions, and he soaked it all in. And so he's watching the Crash Course playlist for the last couple days, and he's hooked.
So okay, so he's like percentage wise, like he's there.
Well, no, he literally just heard about it 3 days ago, and I explained it to him, and you could tell. Like, there's a thing called emotional intelligence versus physical intelligence. Emotional intelligence, you can sense. It's not the words; it's the energy, it's the micro expressions on their face, it's the tone of the words, it's all of that stuff. The words themselves are the least important. And you can tell immediately that he was getting it. His eye movement, it just everything. And then the things that he said, and he's like, okay, what should I watch? What do I need to watch? And I said, here's a playlist. Go through it in order. I said, just take your time, turn off Netflix. I said, just watch one a day or more. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. And he's doing it. And like I always say that on my website, the Crash Course, which is also on the app on the More Resources page, which is the web button under FE Movies, same playlist. If you watch the first 3, the globe is finished. Just 3. The problem is those movies will never show up in your Google searches. YouTube will never feed them to you. The only way you're going to find them is somebody gives them to you. So that's why I like the Professor Dave interview I did, because I still get emails from people going, flat Earth is stupid, but why did that professor act so stupid? I'm like, thanks for asking. Here, watch these videos, and then you'll know why. And then they email me back a couple days later. They're like, holy crap, this is real? Because they would have never looked.
Right.
So
super real. Like that dude's so fucking rude.
Oh, like, yeah. But see, that's bringing over people that would never come over. That, low intellect people that are following him and believing his, sarcasm. Oh my God, he must be so smart because he says, blah, 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 blah. And those people are never going to come to Flat Earth unless somebody like Professor Dave, phony fake Professor Dave, pushes them to reach out to one of us. And when they do, I'm very nice. I'm just like, here, just watch these videos. And then you'll understand why he was being so outrageous, or whatever you want to call it, obnoxious. And I tell people it's scientifically impossible to watch just the first 3 of that playlist and still believe in the globe. It's impossible.
Indeed.
Well, he met the right guy. That's cool. It's like, did he hear about Flat Earth before you? You said like the day before, or was it you?
What we talking about? My landlord or Professor Dave?
The landlord.
The landlord right before those.
No, he hadn't heard about it at all. He saw my setup and he goes, well, what do you do? He saw my studio here. And I said, well, I do podcasts. He goes, about what? I said, well, it's about the true nature of our reality. He's like what? And I said, well, and I pointed out the water and I said, see that flat horizon? I go, why isn't it curving? And I just started there and just started going. And he's like, like he got it. You can tell when someone's going to get it. And you also can tell when someone is intentionally or incapable of getting it. And then you can just walk away from them. You can tell right away. Literally before someone opens their mouth, I can tell whether they're going to get it or not. Usually. Maybe they're going to open their mouth a little bit. But I can tell. I mean, DJ, you're fairly new to the scene. You get it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been following it 2 years now, but that's the thing. Seeds need to be planted, because it took me 7 years from the first time I even learned about it to revisit it.
Yeah. So the thing is, when I just got I was talking actually to a family member. I'll just keep it loose that way. That is not doesn't discuss flat Earth, and they says, "Oh, I saw an article about a flat earther went to Antarctica and it was proven the Earth is a globe." And I said, well, it's the same thing as always. The media takes what they say, twists it, and then puts a disc image of the Earth in there. And he goes, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh,
and that's it. Yeah. But all you have to do is just plant those little seeds. They get it. Right. And here's the thing. People say the circling sun doesn't matter. Here's my new slogan. It does matter, but it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
There you
That's what
go.
it looks like it's
Exactly.
doing. I mean, just it's doing
Yeah,
whatever it's
dude.
doing.
Amen. Like,
How do you say it's flat in Spanish?
The plata de plana. I have a shirt. In Spanish. It says it. Can I go get my shirt? It says the
nailed it.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Esplana from Rupert Twine. Esplana. Esplana. So there you go.
Dude, Dave, I love you
Yeah,
so much.
my housekeeper said the planetera.
La
or whatever
Tierra
she said.
es plana. La Tierra es plana. Earth is flat.
All right.
There you go.
La Tierra es plana.
Well done, sir.
Yeah,
You
well
learned something
done.
new.
Thanks, Google Translate.
Ow.
Google
So,
Translate
man.
has made us all dumber.
So
No
let's-
shit.
With just talking about
I
what's
froze.
You did? Oh, well, you're not frozen for us. So let's see. He's in Mexico.
Is that me?
No, you're fine. I can hear you.
You're good.
All right. I froze for a second, but we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, 'cause now that we've been
You
through
can't freeze in 74-degree weather, Dave.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. In the last 3 weeks, which has been gnarly as shit out there in FE land, like, give us like your just overall, like, just the observation of like everything that's been happening. And like, I've been trying to keep the ship above water, between various circles, but like, let us know what have you heard? Like, what's going on out there with you?
Well, what I've witnessed is a massive shift in people's ability to think below surface level thoughts, right? When like you have a thought, I'm like, okay, I have a surface level thought. It seems interesting, but then when you think about it a little bit deeper, you realize, oh, it's stupid. It doesn't work for 900 other reasons, right? All of a sudden, people have not been able to get through their surface level thoughts, and and it's coming from a lot of the strong Christian flat earthers, the ones that have the strongest, Christian Bible. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's coming from them, where this TFE thing has sent them spiraling, freaking out and making ridiculous assertions.
Which I don't understand that. So
what? Yeah, well, but here's the thing. I'm not convinced what happened down there. I'm not convinced. What I do know, and here's how I know it. I was supposed to go on that trip. This trip was designed for me to go, right? The designer of this trip knew exactly what was going to happen down there, knew things that he couldn't possibly know. And it was designed for me. But I have some emotional intelligence, and I saw my opinion of Will Duffy. You all know it. And I said, I don't want anything to do with it. Don't ever talk to me again. Take my name off your list. And I want nothing to do with it. Jaron and Austin decided that they're going to go. Hey, free trip. We don't care what they think. We don't care where the money's coming from. We don't care anything. We're going to go observe and report. Right. So the question is, what did they see? Was it real? Was it like Joe Hanley's model, or was it fake? Was it something that they can't even explain? Now, when I say fake, not like this Amazon studio behind me, I'm talking about God's studio, right? If they were going to project something in the sky, well, what's at 13,000 feet at 80 degrees north? A crystalline dome, like an LCD screen, if you will. So who knows what's going on? I'm not making any claims because I don't know, right? As Eero pointed out in Glowbusters, it's one data point. You need multiple data points. It's one data point, okay? What they saw. The question is, was it real or was it fake?
We went through the footage. I had a
he
really
might be
hard time.
frozen.
Friends, either way. Did I cut out again?
You cut out.
No,
Yeah, you said, is it real or is it fake?
Did I cut out?
I heard it. You're still there. You're frozen, but I
cut
can
out.
hear your voice. I can
It's
hear
going
your
on a
voice.
nice rant. You guys are all coming back. Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, sorry.
Son of a bitch.
You're muted, Nicole, on your microphone.
No.
There you
Sorry.
go. Yeah, I can hear you, Dave.
Well, while you're fumbling around with your fake studio,
I can see you, Dave, and I can hear you. Oh, there we go.
I think what they saw was real. I think they were in a real place. I believe that the footage that I've seen was totally authentic, and I also think that it is going to look like it's fake because we've never been in an environment like that and shot like that. It's not an easy place to photo shoot, but like studios here in the continental US, for instance, they have lighting that replicates pure white light. Mm-hmm. So it's going to look fake.
Am I back?
Even though it's
You're
real.
back.
You're back.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you, Nico.
Nice point.
Yeah.
So Dave is back.
You were on a rant there.
Might be worse,
there was I think just to get my arms around the last 3 weeks is that what we have is now I've got 50 videos that I can't even fit on my computer yet. I'm trying to work with them as best as I can. We looked at an hour and a half of the raw footage Friday night, which turned into just a spectator sport of Jerry Springer. But then we started again today. We got through another hour and a half, which was better. We kept the panel lower. So we've got raw footage. So they were walking around. It looks like, it'd be hard. I'm not saying they could fake it, but it'd be really hard to fake it. And Nicole, having worked in film for photography and film for 20 years, she couldn't find a thing that was wrong with their footage landing in there. And she went through a ton of it. And she couldn't find anything that looked fake to her.
But here's the thing. Jaron sent me all of his raw footage. I didn't bother looking because I know they filmed what they filmed. Right? Yeah. I'm going to let the hive mind see if they can find something wrong with it. But it was supposed to be me. So if they're in a fake studio, then it was supposed to be me in a fake studio. I'm the only one that can tell you that no one's come up to me and offered me anything. But again, if I was a shill, this is all set up. And of course, this is what I would say. But I'm the only one that knows. You don't even know, Larry. Right? I could be shilling you. I have you over my house. I just make you a good friend. So you're going to believe everything I say. You don't know.
I don't know, but I did.
I
walk
am in
out
a fake
to
studio right now.
You're in a fake studio right now.
I did walk
You're
out.
full of shit, Dave.
Hey, I need to. I'll be right back and give me 30 seconds.
Okay. I was going to say, to complete that thought, I did go out to the North Shore, Long Island, and did my own observation across, the Sound towards Connecticut. So with my eyes, I saw a mirror flash. It should have been hidden by, I think it was roughly 40, 50 feet. But there's guys out there doing this same thing up to 20 miles, some long distance photography up to 100 miles. There's just no overcoming a pile of evidence of seeing too far, not with refraction, not with bullshit, scientific, fantasy bullshit that brings images back up over a curve at certain lengths at a radius of 3959. And we all know that, and that's what this whole thing has become between the floor and the sky, and, a lot of people are losing track of that and I think they're biting into the bait of this other element who clearly had something planned for a lot of years, and they wanted to put something into the mix so that you could trap somebody into a certain position. And we were saying this a month and a half ago. We said, look, this thing is a false dichotomy. I read the old Zetetic stuff. They all said there's a 24-hour sun in the south. I trust them. Most of their writings make a lot of sense to me because I can't go down there and observe it myself. But we knew what they were walking into, and now we're in the melee of at least the first 3 weeks of this, where some people really did lose their damn mind. They really did, and it's tough on that aspect. But I don't know if anybody wants to speak to that. That's it. That's my rant.
I think if you're a biblical cosmologist, this is actually a win in my opinion, and that's what drew me into Flat Earth. I had no reason to come here. I did not want to be here, but because I was seeking truth and I was praying about it, and I was really on this quest for okay, is evolution real or not? No. Then, is evil real? Yes. Okay, what about the Earth? How does it function? And just getting into small things about precipitation and etc. That was a stepping stone to Flat Earth that I had ignored and wanted to run screaming from so bad because I loved space. But what's happening in the sky is something magnificent that's literally peeking into the mind of God, our creator, who knows how everything works, and everything here, for it to appear and as gorgeous and perfect as it does to us, it has to be exactly how it is. So whatever's going on in the sky has its purpose, and for us to try to even understand it is really fun, but we're not going to fully understand it, and that's okay. Because like Dave says, it doesn't make, it's like, what did you say? That's not, that doesn't make a difference.
It does matter, but it doesn't make a difference.
Right.
There's something
Right.
unbelievable about everything, and people just need some kind of like facts. Oh, prove it to me. Prove this happened. Prove this didn't happen. And it's just like, can't you just have some faith and like believe in something? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it has a lot to do with trust.
A lot of people, that's the thing. You bring up a good point. A lot of people are blessed because they don't need the physical evidence to have faith. But then there are people here who want to understand how everything works. And I think that's really great. And I think we should pursue that. And it's seeking truth, because if it ultimately strengthens your faith, then it was necessary for you. So this experiment, that's why when Jaron and Austin, they knew better than to go or not if this was just the worst trap ever. I think that they were willing to entertain the fact that it could be this bad. Maybe they didn't anticipate it's this ugly, but this will die down. But they're going, look, it was still worth it for us to go for their own personal journey of what it is that they're doing here. I mean, we all are trying to find our pathway of why are we here? What's our purpose? And to just attack them before they can fully present their case is disappointing. And it broke my heart. And it's what Patricia, why she just needs a break or step back and is like, I can't deal. And the rest of us need to just go, hey, let's hear your side before we just. But that's the thing. The flat earthers are skeptical. That's what got us here.
I have to say that if I didn't, and this has nothing to do with loyalty to anybody. I'll throw anyone under the bus if they are lying, right? But this is about it. I'm standing up for Austin and Jaron for knowing that they're not lying. Okay. Now, were they deceived? Is it the biblical model? I don't know. Right. I don't know. But they went there. They proved that they went there. All the footage is coming out. All of this nonsense, with the vape gate and everything else, it's all coming out. Everyone's twisting words, running with just horrible, horrible evidence, zero evidence. And this is about the fact that, they filmed something. What it was remains to be seen. And I think if we all came together, we could probably find, find proof that, it doesn't, that it proves that the earth is not a globe. All right. And again, the whole idea that the circling sun, there were, that's what I was going to say. There were people before this that had a different idea that there is a circling sun before TFE ever happened. So, Will's running around saying nobody said it before. Everyone said that the sun doesn't circle in Antarctica. I said it. But here's the thing. They're coming after us because we said the sun circles in Antarctica, and we never had any observations. We just looked at all of the evidence, the cutting of the videos, of the live streams, of webcams and everything else. And no places would say that you can see it in the south, and in the north they would, right? So we made a claim and we were wrong. It's not like we were never wrong before. We used to believe in the globe. I used to believe that flight from Santiago to Australia or New Zealand was impossible on a flat earth. But then Max Egan took it. His compass readings kind of pointed to a flat earth. And then we found out that these planes fly much faster. And we found out that there's tailwinds up there and all of the evidence. So we do change our minds. It's the Globers that refuse to change their mind. The Globers believe that the jibby jab is good, that the earth is a ball flying through impossible heliocentric space, that the chemtrails are not real. They're just condensation trails, and every other, and we went to the moon. They all believe that. I mean, almost all of them.
Well,
they all toe that line.
Well, and that's the thing. It's setting some people back on their journey for truth, but on other people, it is just keeping this adventure going, and it's adding to the mystery. And that's why I didn't lose any sleep over this. I feel bad for our friends and people out there that are being called shills, because that is just completely shocking. But, and the shit that you've been going through, Dave, with the fittest flat earther and these other people, these clowns that are just being so completely out of whack. That part is upsetting to me, because I don't want a part of that. And I think other people feel the same, but it is what it is. I'm not going to step down and say, well, I don't think that the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. This earth is measured flat, and we don't know what's going on up in the sky.
Well said. Well said. I don't know, man. Like we all knew going into this. We knew 2 months ago that this was going to be a shit show, and now we're in the shit show. And how do we get out of it? How do we walk out of the shit show now and actually move forward because again, it didn't change for me anything. So like now, like, you know, what are we working? Where are we working towards? What are we going to start focusing on? I don't. There's a lot of people like poo-pooing the AE projection. I don't think there's anything wrong with that projection. Maybe it needs to be adjusted, but just throw out the AE projection just on one observation. It's really hard for me to take in, Dave.
Eero on Globebusters today was pointing out that no, it actually is what brings people to flat Earth. It does work. The zenith point of the sun, so the noon sun is exactly where it's supposed to be from an observer within our circle, right? Anything outside of 60 degrees south. Now the question is, you know, what are we seeing in the sky out there? Is it a reflection of the northern lights? Maybe. You know, that Freemason video talks about the black sun projecting up, and it's interesting. The sky is Marty Leeds said it the best. I hope everyone watched his video on it. The sky is immeasurable, and you know, even if Joe Hanvey's model is 100% accurate, it's still just a theory until we can go up there and measure it, right? So whatever it is, it's a theory. You know, I have my theories.
I am a never-ending earther.
I love it.
I just don't.
You know what? That Freemason video really hit home for me. It really did. Something just. Oh, F off.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. Like after the last 3 weeks, like I understand that anything's possible with this group. There's a lot of really good thinkers in, you know, I call it the community, whatever we're in. But they think so hard that they think themselves into a corner. And at some point in time, you have to put a governor on your accelerator and be like, okay, just back off for a second, give it a week, you know, and let it simmer a little bit, because you get too many people that are thinking way too down the rabbit hole. You're going to end up all the way out on some island somewhere that's so far removed from reality that you've lost track of the aggregate situation that we're in. And does that make any sense, Dave?
Actually,
say it again.
I go out of my way to wait. That way, I'm not an auto hoaxer. You know, like I go out of my way to do that.
Like if you get too far up, and like it's the old thing back with the guys that are way too into math, they get so far into their equations that the reality that the equations were supposed to describe completely have disconnected. And now you're just in some sort of cloud of magic of equations that work in your little head. But if you actually get back down and put your feet on the ground and look around, use your eyes, go back out and do a simple observation. We can do it here in New York. I can go down to the beach and I can see parts of Jersey I shouldn't be able to see. You can do it on your own. Do it with binoculars for that. You don't need a P900. You need binoculars on a clear day. You can go back into the math and figure out that the curve math is not even working. It's not working. You know, the ground that we were told we walk around on isn't what is as described. You know, and if you find yourself too far out there in the mist, come back. Get something that you can see a long ways and just remind yourself 3959 demands 8 inches per mile squared in every direction. Demands it. You can find that stuff, and then you'll be centered again, and then the rest of this madness will disappear.
Let me ask you this. This is, I don't hear many people. I don't hear anyone talking about this, right? So the circling sun proving the globe. Okay, what is the circling? What is the sun? The sun is helium and hydrogen in a space vacuum that has collapsed upon itself, burns 640 billion tons a day or an hour or a minute or whatever it stupid is. Nothing's refueling it. It's been burning for billions of years, and it doesn't get any smaller. The helium and hydrogen that defy gravity here on Earth somehow have gravity because there's so much of it. And it holds on to Pluto and Uranus and Saturn and Jupiter, but it ignores our moon when our moon comes around towards the sun. So the entire idea of the sun in heliocentric space is beyond ridiculous. It's the dumbest thing ever. It makes Narnia look like a documentary. And people want to talk about the motion of that thing proving the shape of the ground. I mean, why are we even talking about this? It's a Narnia object, and that's an insult to Narnia.
Yeah, I mean,
like people think I'm like ridiculous because I can't go back, but once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Once you go flat, you can't glow back.
You can't. Like, it's so dumb.
Well, because then you got to think about. Yeah, you got to think about, okay, so the sun is a giant gas ball. Now, I always ask people, okay, you believe in gravity. All right, great. So do you believe in Newtonian or Einsteinian? And then you get the blank stare. And they go, okay, so do you want me to explain? Why don't we figure out which one you believe? Let me explain them to you. One says it's the warping and bending of space-time. The other one says it's pulling everything to the center of gravity of its mass. So which one do you think is happening here? Okay. So then it's like they fully have to start by admitting they just don't know how this system that they believe in works. So, but they don't want to hear a replacement because they can't think of a replacement until you start to add in the clues, right? The flat earth proofs. But once you start adding those in, it starts to shatter their thought processes because they go, oh my gosh, what about this? Like this just happened to a close relative. I said, Google 3 pictures of the earth from space and you tell me which 3 pictures you think are real. And I probably heard Dave, I'm probably just regurgitating things that you've said, but I did this for myself. And when you do it, you're like, holy crap, I don't think I can find a picture of the earth that I would say, bet on my life that those 3 are real. Because they don't look real.
Yeah.
So then what do you do?
God, sorry.
No, but then it's like, then you just leave them there for a second, let them hang in. And it's like, okay, well, get back to me, right? And they don't want to get back to you.
I was doing a podcast the other day and I was showing James Webb's telescope pictures. I had a series of pictures and 2 of them I made and 2 of them James Webb came from James Webb. And it's been so long since I showed them, I forgot which ones were mine and which ones were James Webb. I swear I couldn't tell the difference.
Such a good artist.
I did it with Canva, the free version, on my phone too, and I did it, and I can't tell the difference.
But that's the thing that breaks people's heart because they love the idea that our answers are out in the stars.
Yeah, but they're much closer. It's much closer. If there's land beyond the shoreline of Antarctica, maybe Antarctica is just a lot bigger and we live under one dome, or maybe there's a way out. I don't know. I'm not claiming to know, and I'm not claiming that there is more land. I have to preface myself because people freak out. But who knows what's out there, right? I think let's just look at God's model, right? We live under a dome. Did God say how big Antarctica was? Right? No. So let's say Antarctica is 100,000 miles to the dome in every direction. That's big, right? Mm-hmm. That makes the rest of our world look like nothing, right? And then who knows how, if the sun, the biblical sun does circle around there, hey, maybe there is circling suns out there. Infinite number of circling suns with 100,000 times the number of continents that we have, right? Who knows? But that, to me, matches God's Bible, matches God's created earth.
Amen. And so, yeah, who's to say we should put a limit on what God is able to do up in the sky? I mean, if there's one physical sun, but it's reflecting off the dome in multiple locations at once, wouldn't that be just a cool design feature? Why do we have to freak out about it?
No, that's fucking, sorry about the F-bomb. That's a good point.
Well, thank you. It's just kind of, I think it's what we got to start thinking about. When we look up, it's just like, well, what is going on up there? How high is the sun really going? Does it change in size? What is the dome? Let's entertain. So that's what Joe Hamby, and he was on our show. He also shared on Strange World in many interviews recently. Shout out to you, Joe Hamby. He said, when he shut out outside distraction from the world, and didn't get any more input from anyone. He just wanted to meditate on the word, which means when you read the Bible and you start applying, okay, how does the Bible describe the earth? And Dean Olda does a really great job of this. Robbie Davidson, Rob Skiba, these people in the past. So he started to take information, not even from them, just from the scripture himself, apply the model. And that's when he created something that can show how a 24-hour sun could be in Antarctica, as well as when you start to move around the dome, it starts to follow you. So again, it gets back to this apparent sun argument, but it was him meditating on the word that gave him the energy, the drive, the insight to come up with it.
Indeed. Guys, we're going to take a true 10-minute break here. I'm going to show something from one of our favorite proof channels, which is Taboo Conspiracy. Please take a real break. And
no, you're going to play my video, right?
I will play
You're playing?
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, I'll get to
that.
My
God. No, that's the happiest thing I've seen in years.
Yeah, and it deserves to be watched because everything's been so gnarly lately. This is one of our favorite channels when it comes to just things to bring you back down to earth.
Hey, buddy.
As far as like, remember where we came from? Remember how we got started on all this stuff and like just basic experiments. So let's look at this. We'll be back in like 10 minutes. Take a break, get a drink, do whatever you're going to do, and here we go.
Okay, it's time to take the transit to the beach. And let's see what kind of observations we make. Basically, we're going to be looking for curvature. If you want to get right to the point, go to 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's take a look at this preliminary observation, almost 6 miles. I'm using a 25 power scope, and have it almost 5'2" off the ground. So here's a guy standing here about a few hundred yards away, and this corner right here is about almost 6 miles away. Let's take a look. Here we are at Vanderbilt Beach, and I'm on the edge of the beach looking between these two buildings at some new construction in here. Okay, so let's see how far that point is. That point is Doctor's Pass. So let's cruise up this way. This is a Clam Pass. All right, here's Doctor's Pass. 5.6 miles away. And here's the corner of the building, and here's the, I think, tree that we're looking at right here. So 5.6 miles away. So let's start out roughly where I think 5 feet is. Person to the right getting hit in the chin is a lot farther away. Now let's follow the shoreline using the instrument. And basically you can see how it runs pretty flat with the shore. So right here is 5.5 miles away. There's that little tree. I'm going to try to readjust it here a little bit. What I think is about 5 feet or so. Then we take off to the left. Look, it just follows the shoreline right down. Nails the guy in the back, nails the guy in the chin. That's about 5 feet. Now this is just preliminary. At this far point, there should be 20-some feet of curvature. And when you're looking through it, it's pretty easy to see that there's not. Okay, let me show you another quick observation. Okay, here's a nice clear day, and the machine back there is like 3.25 miles away. And I put it on the guy's head back there. And then, look at this guy. This guy's head lines up. The guy in the red shirt, right in the head, boom. This guy in the head. So you can see, like, it's a quick observation. Everybody's head lines up. As long as they're standing on the water's edge, the same as the tripod. Now remember, we're just taking a look around right now. Okay, now we're going to get a little more accurate using a 2x3 red marker and actual distances. So here we set our transit up at Wiggins Pass beach access right here. Now we put our first flag about right here, right there, 1.1 mile. And then our next flag, we put it almost to Clam Pass, 3.4 miles away. We set the transit up at 60 inches off the water's edge, and then we set our flags up at 60 inches off the water's edge. Let's take a look. My wife is holding this marker. Red flag right there.
Okay, you see me?
Yep, red flag right there. My friend Mike is holding the other marker. Yeah, and the money. Yep, yep.
Yeah, 60, you got it.
It looks pretty close, right? Yeah. I can't zoom in because
I know
with the video.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'll call it there.
That's it.
So my friend Anthony helped me set things up, and I forgot to interview him for the video, so I had him send me a voice clip.
The mission was simple. Meet the bear down at the beach. Set up a line of sight somewhere between 6 to 8 miles long and see if we could see the curve. Looking through there, I didn't see it.
I think he was pretty impressed, like when you swing it over and boom, it lines right up. The experiment came out great, but I want to try it again from the other direction where the sun is facing the other way. So let me show you that one, and this one we're going to really document it. Okay, so we mounted the first flag at Wiggins Pass beach access, and notice how we put the flag right where the water ends. This way we put the flag in the same spot in all the places, and the tripod. Okay, here's our flag, and then there's the condo that's right next to the Wiggins Pass beach access. We set the second marker a little bit past the last tall condominium. So we got our tripod set up on the water's edge, and this time we're right next to the woods. There is no buildings. The far target is all the way to the left of the photo. There's no way you can see it with your naked eye. From the tripod, our first marker is 0.8 miles away. And you can see here, it's a little bit past that last tall building. We set the transit at 60 inches, and we set our markers at 60 inches. And from the transit, we're 3.1 miles away from a little bit past the Wiggins Pass beach access. And here's the observation. Of course, the wind spun the first marker around, so it's not red. We lined up the corner, and it lines right up. I don't know about you, but 2 observations in a row, the marker lines right up. I find that fascinating. The ultimate goal is to line up the flags in a row, which I try to do, but you can see they're right. They look like they're off a mile because it's magnified. So when I'm moving left, it looks like I'm moving far. But look, it's only a few degrees off here. So I mean, there's not much. It just looks like it's way to the left. Okay, so let's do the math here. The top one is a flat Earth model, and you just line up the flags, and you're done. Makes a ton of sense, especially after the observations too. The round Earth model, here's the math of a globe that we supposedly live on, and this is the math calculations that they give us. So, okay, so at 0.8 miles, it should be 5.1 inches of drop. And over here at 3.1 miles, it should be 76.9 inches of drop. Okay, so now if we take the scope and line it up on the first flag, that means down here, we should you take the 5.1, you times it by 3.1, and you get 16 inches of drop. So if you take 16 off of 76.9, there should be 61 inches of air above this marker, but we don't see that. So it doesn't match the globe. On the first observation we made, you fill in all the numbers. We're at 1 mile and then 3.4 miles. There's supposed to be 70 inches in here. So the math doesn't work. Even if I was to try to fake it, what would I do? Walk around with a 10-foot flag? Or imagine like, hey, you go down there, I'm going to make this one 5 feet taller and it's going to line up. When we did the observation, the water temperature was 65 degrees. Air temperature is 75 degrees, not too far off. Okay, the reason why I brought up the temperatures is because when you have a belief system, like a religion, you got to have a way out. So here's your way out. When I line up the markers, they're not really lined up because I didn't figure in refraction. So here's your little formula right here. You got to plug that in, and then it looks flat in line, but really it's not in line. Okay, so you plug in this number and it makes it curved again. So even though I go to the beach day after day after day, line things up, everything looks completely flat, straight. It's my imagination. Okay, here's some high humidity. It's really foggy out. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to be taking a measurement today, even though I could see a guy's head like 2 to 4 miles out. And then I actually lined it up with this guy's head to the left. But even though I did that anyways, it's foggy. But yeah, I'm not going to take a measurement today. This is Bonita Beach, 4.5 miles away. It's a lousy day. It's cold. And everything lines up. There's some heads right there. They all line up. There's more heads. There's more heads line up. This guy's head lines up. He's wearing a coat. Lousy day. Things are still lining up. Okay, I'm in the same place, Wiggins Pass, beach access, and today's it's miraged out, like miraged out day. It's almost 90 degrees. The water's 65 degrees. I line it up on that guy's head. Then I hit another person right there. Hit another person right there. We're gonna cruise out to 4.5 miles, Doc's Beach House. Keep cruising level with the beach. Okay, now we get to Doc's Beach House, and there's a person standing there. There's supposed to be almost 14 feet of curvature there. I don't see it. And today's a totally miraged out day. Now, I wouldn't even take a measurement on a day like today. You can see all the miraging in the air. I challenge anybody to bring a transit to the beach. Buy a used one on eBay. Take a look around. I guarantee you'll be amazed.
I have a globe earth theory that people in the distance get taller to make the earth seem flat.
Okay, is that right? I got one more thing here, then we're going to get back to it. I just wanted to bring everybody back down to ground zero and how we got started in this back in 2015.
Where did you find that video?
That's fresh off of his channel.
Actually, it's really great. Like that was
that would be the featured video on the app today.
There you go.
The Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Frequently asked questions. More resources. Books divided into your favorite categories. Shopping for that perfect flat earth item. Homeschool section. Featured content creators. Biblical cosmology. Old world research. Video search feature. Games. The Meetup Maker will help you find your local tribe. Matchmaker to help you find that special someone. Search your selected radius and say hello. Image search for those key images at your fingertips. Enjoy our chat section. Selected new background in our settings area. Time lapse. Zodiac. And time zones. The Friend Finder helps you see where all the cool people are hanging. Use your referral code and earn points and Dome cryptocurrency. Beat the Google censorship and get your Flat Earth Clock app today at flatearthdave.com.
So there you go. I wanted to bring everybody back to normal.
That referral code, was that 5222222?
I believe so. That's for the.
Did you make that up?
Give us a
in
shot.
Masonic.
Give us a little.
No, that was me. I thought it was so clever. He was like, Dave was like, dude, you could do just 2.
You know what? Somebody made a clever referral code, DIRTH, Dearth, because people you try to use mine and type in the wrong one, and he got a bunch of referrals. Here's some news. Everyone gets 1 point from every referral from the beginning of time to December 25th. You got 1.5 million Dome. However, because the programming on finishing the Dome took a little bit longer, it's actually waiting for approval right now. You get 1.5 million for everything up to probably tomorrow or the following day. What's tomorrow? Monday, Tuesday? Yeah, so it'll end this week. But once that ends, you update your app, and then all of your referrals will be paid out instantly, right? They're all going to come this week. And then after that, every referral you'll get your Dome in real time. So you'll get your referral notification, and then a minute or two later, you'll hear ka-ching, and that's when your Dome has arrived.
Dome.
Can we call it what it is? It's
free,
do me.
Free Dome. It's free do me. It's free do me. Yes.
Free do me.
Free do me.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Wait, what does that stand for? Dome. Can we make up an acronym for it? Like
the Dome.
Let's see.
No,
you're asking me.
Dave offers money everywhere.
O stands for this.
Oh, wow. Nice. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I wanted to.
But I heard some dome disappeared recently. Was there a glitch?
No, sometimes your MetaMask is a little wonky of a wallet. I recommend the Internet Money Wallet. But if your dome disappeared, just go back into your MetaMask, not in the app, in your MetaMask, and re-enter the contract address. It'll show right
just
up.
look up.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
Still there. Okay. And I love that you on Strange World, you got to tell us how much shit you got for saying it was everyone got the free 33 million dome. Just in line with our 33rd episode, I'm going to point it out.
Yeah, it was literally 32,987,000 or something like that. Was the number that equaled $10. We wanted to make the giveaway worth $10, and I was like, why don't we just round up 33? And then we were going to do it like at the end of the month or something. I forget what the date was. I go, why don't we just do it on 9/11? Let's go a little farther. I go, that way it'll cause a buzz. It caused a buzz, man. Good. I think that's what sent Tyler Hansen over, or whatever his name was, over the edge.
Oh, he's gonna analyze our thumbnail for weeks. I hope we get.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Oh man,
for
Tyler,
sure.
Who do you think I look like? What celebrity am I? Please let me know. Wait, let me take these off. Just do your best.
Oh my God, it's really? JFK. You're JFK. It's JFK.
My God, that's very sweet.
DJK.
I'm JFK Jr. back, younger
DJK.
and better.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Dave.
Brad Pitt.
Did you see the Alex Jones things that's going around right now, where Alex Jones is a different person now?
Well, Alex Jones was always Bill Hicks in some people's minds.
No. You know what? There was a weird thing though. There's a weird thing though. He accepted an award.
Alex Jones?
Yeah, he accepted.
What award?
Some comedian award. Have you guys
He's not
seen
really
that?
Funny.
For what?
Right. It makes no sense.
Well, Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize after droning more people.
Didn't George Soros somehow got it? Didn't George Soros get a
presidential medal?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. You know what? Let me clarify this. Alex Jones accepted an award for him. Like he did that. Like he was on
for
stage.
Who?
For Hicks, Bill Hicks. Like he accepted.
I know the old
yeah, but here's the problem with that. One of them is 6 inches taller than the other. I forget which one. I'm just.
I agree. No, I don't think it's him.
Well, there's so many people.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do a lot of things? They want to confuse people, and I wouldn't put it past them. But that one, even though there's so many similarities, I think that there's a lot of similarities in a lot of people. I think that we've been bred. I don't want to use the word cloned, but cloned, right? And I think that the reason people look like other people is because they're coming from the same stock. Look into the Cabbage Patch Kids. And the orphan chains and stuff.
My God, that's a crazy rabbit hole.
But where did all of these people come from? Are they sharing DNA? And then look at there's one fertility doctor. I forget a few years ago.
Oh, that guy.
He was giving his own semen to all the women,
sperm.
And so he has like 800 kids, right?
Yes.
So think about that. Those people look like each other, and they're like, well, there's no relation, And so somebody can make up all sorts of conspiracies and stuff.
It's
good.
It's provable that they have the same producer.
Oh, that was Bill Hicks. He's talking about Bill Hicks. There was one video. I remember seeing it where he accidentally used the word Bill when talking to Alex. It's a really way deep down the side rabbit hole, but I do remember seeing that. He does look like him. He does. It's still kind of weird. I mean, the whole thing.
What is with the people that looks like that person and they're still alive? And what's the point of it? I mean, Fittest Flat Earther. Let me finish my thought because Fittest Flat Earther has put out some decent content, whatever. But going down this road of this person's that person and this person's a shill and he's just not waiting for the evidence. It's a letdown, dude. So.
The other thing is when you see someone doing that, you're like, hey, that's interesting. It's interesting. Hey, maybe you're onto something. But then when they say, hey, DJ, you're really a woman and I have proof of it and you know that you're not, then that makes, well, what about all the other stuff that he said? So you can kind of start discrediting it all, even though I wanted him to be right on some of this stuff and some of it's really a far reach and I would let it go. I'm like, all right, you look into it deeper. But one thing I found out is people that do this person is that person. I forget the first guy that did it. Was it Goldbud something? But all of the people that do this, they all go insane. They go insane.
Wow. Let's not
Right?
hope that happens.
So we're calling this
But
intentional.
It does make
Intentional.
Flat Earth. Makes Flat Earth look like it's trying to make Flat Earth work worse. It almost makes me think he's the show, because it's like, is someone paying you to make Flat Earth look as dumb as possible? Like that is so. That's the problem with it.
Yeah,
there was another thing that was out there the other day, and I think it's really worth at least considering, is that I think there's some bad players out there that they're pretending to be flat Earth. They're not, and they're saying
Of course.
stupidest fucking things ever of all time, and just to spin up the spiraling. And
So we have our own Antifa now.
We have
we've got our
something.
own.
I don't know if it's
Flat-tifa?
Flat-tifa? Is there Flat-tifa out there? I don't know. It's just, but it's weird
Nice,
because it's
Nico. Holy shit!
But
Well
if
done.
you watch it, if you look at this stuff enough, you see some people that were totally flat. Everyone's all right on board, and then overnight switched. And I was like, dude, you couldn't have switched that quickly. At least you may have taken a few days to think about it before you switched. Right?
So the recent Tesla car bombing and the guy that ran over all the people, they say there's no correlation. If somebody could tell me where I saw this, because somebody put together all the correlations. They're more correlated than two twins in the same family. I mean, it's incredible. I can't remember. Like, they were at the same military base. They had the same training. They work for the same company. I mean, there's so many things. I wish I could remember where I saw it. Might have been on one of Jeff Berwick's videos.
Did you watch?
It's like Lincoln and JFK. Like all of those.
Yeah,
they're all
they're
tied together.
Always 100 years apart, and blah blah blah.
Nicole, do you remember that email that was released by apparently the guy that owned the Tesla truck?
Yeah.
And he said the same thing that Stephen Greer is saying, which is like there's a imminent release of technology in the sky, which is what Greer has been preaching for years. He says it's going to happen the next week. But this other guy says the same thing, releases this email to this really famous, I think it's a Green Beret or something. I can't remember what channel it was on. But they read through the whole thing, and it sounded like the dude knew what he was talking about. And he either martyred himself or somebody else died in that Tesla truck to get out some information about the fact that this tech is about ready to come on, which would go along with the whole drone thing, right? The whole drones in the skies that are happening. I mean, it's too peculiar right now to sit back and not know that there's information warfare going on. That's it. That's
since we're talking about this, you remember the CEO shooting the healthcare guy? Did you guys ever see Did you see the guy that breaks it down who eats the popcorn?
No.
Let me play it.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no, I haven't seen it.
Let me play it. I have the file right here. Share my screen.
Share it, because that guy's also connected to Pelosi and all of it. It's bizarre. They're
this
not
guy's
even
the most
hiding
annoying
it
guy
anymore.
ever.
They don't even
Most
have
annoying.
to fucking hide it anymore.
Police have their suspect in the United Healthcare CEO shooting. Someone recognized him at McDonald's and called police. And when they got there and arrested him, they found a fake ID, a manifesto, and a gun.
And a pew-pew.
That he all brought with him to McDonald's.
In
The same
Altoona,
guy who
Pennsylvania.
plotted and successfully carried out the assassination of a health insurance CEO. The same guy who had the wherewithal to secure a fake ID for his travel and lodging to New York City so he couldn't be traced. The
And he
same
stayed at a
guy whose
hostel.
only surveillance photo resembled every brown-haired frat guy tailgating at an SEC football game.
And he only took
Same
out
guy
his
who
mask.
disappeared like a ghost, and all he had to do was dish the evidence and lay low. That guy decided to go to McDonald's, not drive through, go into McDonald's and sit down long enough to be recognized, have the police called, and get arrested. And on his person, at McDonald's, he had the fake ID he used to get travel and lodging to New York City, a manifesto against the United States healthcare system, and the murder weapon.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
How lucky is that?
Dude wanted some fucking nuggets.
I mean, Pennsylvania has actually been a kind of a
Sorry,
hot
Mom.
spot.
Yeah.
There was the Trump shooting.
Come on, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. What happened? I'm sorry. How can they capture a bullet going past. There's so much about that whole entire story, and there have been so many stories that keep happening so fast over and over again that we don't even have. They're like, the news spins, and it's just spinning so fast right now. It's like a out of control washer or something. It's overflowing with bullshit.
That was the idea, I think. I think that's the idea, to get
Well,
everybody spun up.
It's not boring. We were waiting to make some headlines. So, I think the flat earth side's getting exactly what they want. It's going to shake things up. Things are going to be fine. What's going on in the sky is way cooler than anyone else has come up with so far. So I'm not worried because, again, I love the biblical cosmology side. That's the part gives you peace and hope and is warm and fuzzies. So if you want to take it away so quick, sorry, I don't buy it. It's not happening. So people need to stop fighting with each other and just go, show us what you got, dude. What do you have on your side? What do you got on this side? And then we could break it down. What do you have to prove by tearing down the people within, pushing this information forward, like Jaron, Austin, etc.? They have been putting in a lot of heavy lifting for Flat Earth. The day before the trip, Austin could do no wrong. He was untouchable. The day after the trip, all of a sudden, he's a paid show and he's Illuminati and blah, 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 blah. It's like, who are these people that are flipping that fast? It's really disappointing.
It's
because
crazy.
These people have not much to gain from putting themselves out there in this way. And it's like, come on, community, rally rather than destroy.
We can do better. We can do better.
The Globers work together perfectly. They work together really well. Even though their position is ridiculous, they work together. Here, they just have us cannibalizing. I wonder if the TFE if they ever expected the fallout like this, or is this just a bonus for them?
I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
I do too.
We were talking about it for a month and a half. It's like we said exactly what they're going to do, which they did. There's a media campaign that came out before even the data hit. Like, I just got some data out from Jer and Witsit Friday, and then today, which was actual raw data that I can confirm came from Jaron. But they had the articles out 2 weeks ago. Like, the articles went out way before anything came back, as if they were waiting for the headline to come in. And we said that's what they were going to do. But thankfully, a lot of people don't remember headlines, or they don't remember news in general. They can't think 5 minutes ahead or 5 minutes behind. By 3 weeks from now, a month from now, they're going to forget all these headlines. They fucked up half the headlines. They had wrong names for people. They misquoted people. It was the most disorganized media campaign against Flat Earth I've ever seen.
Terrible PR.
So if you were asked my opinion, I think they fucked it up, and it's going to get flipped on their head.
They totally did fuck it up. And also, didn't Duffy say, I'm going there to see the 24-hour moon?
He's still saying
he said that the day he left. And I haven't looked into
his
it.
ass for later?
No, he said that he goes, I didn't think of this until the last minute, but I Googled on the internet and I couldn't find anything. Well, wouldn't there be a 24-hour moon if the Earth is a globe? And so I'm going to film the 24-hour moon. Now, I got to look into this farther. I just saw a preliminary report on it that the moon cycle, I guess it's the same cycle as the eclipse cycle, only shows up in Antarctica for either a long amount of time or any time, I forget, once every 18 years, and on the full moon, and that happened while they were there. How did Duffy even know that? I got to look into it deeper.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But did he film the full moon?
I think that there's a combination. This is my opinion. My opinion is that Joe Hanvey is onto something, that there is a cycle that during this specific time, the window's only 1 week or 2 weeks, where you could see this, that along maybe with some enhancement to make it undetectable from how we see the sun here in the inner circle. So that's my theory. I don't want to say I don't have any proof. I have lots of evidence for it, but I really don't have any proof. So it's just a theory. But again, it matters, but it doesn't make a difference.
Overall, doesn't make a difference.
Listen, if I'm going to spend $40K to go to Antarctica, there better be a masseuse, okay? The gift shop better be better. There better be room service. I'm not sleeping in a tent.
That is a nice hoodie. That is a nice hoodie that Duffy is wearing. I will give him that. It is nice. It's a nice thin. It's a gray. It's really good. I like it.
Oh,
but if he sent me one as a gift, I would burn it.
I had a thought, and this is just me because this is what I went through in that whole process. Because I was just doing eye reckoning for where I thought the sun was, and I'm not going to beat this dead horse, Nicole, I promise. And I had a guy in Denver look where he saw the sun, where I saw the sun at about 2:00 in the afternoon on the day that they were in Punta Arenas, and he was seeing the sun south. We're both looking south. He's seeing it south and east. I'm seeing it south and west. So we triangulated it as a reckoning, right? I would love to have like somebody from each of 50 states do just an eyeball reckoning, just a easy sun angle from the ground up, and usually 45 degrees, somewhere up there. You can estimate it. And I'd like to just get all 50 of those observations and see where that sun is for those 50 states. And then I'd like to also have some people in the South do the same thing. And then once you have these lines drawn up, you're going to have this mishmash of different apparent positions where the sun is. Because where I was looking at the sun over here, the very day that they were in Punta Serenas, did not make sense 8,000 miles where they were at. So like that's where my head is. You guys run with it, get nerded out on it, do what you want to do. There you go.
What were you saying?
It's
just kidding.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I think sun position and angling is probably going to be one of the biggest observations we're going to get. And I think that's what Joe Hanby's doing. I think that's what he's focusing on.
I saw this one little clip, and I can't remember. I can't find it now, but it was this guy, and he was being interviewed, and it was just this random thing that came up on TikTok or Twitter or whatever, and this guy was like, yeah, what if, or he didn't say what if, he's like, everybody has their own sun. So the sun wouldn't actually exist if you didn't exist. So you are a part of the sun. So no matter where you are viewing from, no matter where your angle is, you're going to have your own.
That's why you can't triangulate it.
Yeah. So you are kind of like the counter anchor of whatever angle you want to figure out, like regardless of shadows or anything. But I don't know.
How about the sun is consciousness?
Well, no, actually, I asked Grok. You want to know what Grok said? Grok. I asked Grok if the sun was consciousness, and Grok said, and I said one word answer, and it said no. And then I said, is the ocean consciousness? And you know what it said? Yes.
Wait, what's Grok? What's Grok?
Grok
Twitter's AI.
Every human being
X's
talking.
AI. By the way, Duffy too. I just want to point out the guys got there a day before to Punta Arenas, and then the next day Jaron and Austin and Elizabeth and them got there, and then they all flew to Antarctica together. There was only one Starlink. There was only one way for them to have internet, and they hoarded, Duffy and them and McToon and whatever the other names are, they hoarded the internet password. So they kind of made it really impossible for those guys to actually go live. And even go live or even like upload their footage or make any videos or anything, because they were kind of cut off. And so if anybody goes again, I would just say you guys better either have like a satellite
There were
phone
2 Starlinks.
Have 3. And also, actually, you know what?
Which is already annoying, right?
I'll
Can we just
contact
say
Elon
the fact that
Musk and I'll
Starlink
get
was
him-
there? Are we allowed to be annoyed by that and all? I mean,
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we are
Yeah, I
allowed to
mean,
be
no
annoyed
one's
by that.
ever,
Why
no
is-
one
why
has
is
ever
Elon
live
Musk
streamed from
It's just
Antarctica.
funny.
All of a sudden, there's
What?
2 Starlinks there.
2 Starlinks.
Yeah,
That's the
it's-
only
good job,
form of
good job,
connection.
Elon, that's
Like,
cute.
come on. And now Cybertrucks are blowing up in Vegas in front of Trump hotels and shit. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is so dumb.
A lot of distraction. There's a lot of distraction out there, and I think like, other than your spiritual journey, it's like whether the Earth is flat or not is one of the biggest conversations in the entire place that we live in. So like, I could see like that there's a lot of fuckery going on here. There's a lot of distraction, a lot of this and that. I mean, they screwed up the initial media campaign. They screwed it up. It could have been a lot bigger. And my personal opinion is that it was disorganized, and they screwed up so many things that the hive mind is going to go back and tear apart all those initial media stories. Are they saving something back for something bigger, maybe a Netflix thing? Maybe, yeah. But like,
I hope so. That'll be
I hope
cool.
so too, because honestly, I want that to come out, because the hive mind that I understand in this community will shred it. And I think it's going to backfire on them, guys. That's just my personal opinion. I think a gambit was played. I don't know who played it. I don't know if they played it
What if the
incorrectly
movie
or
is
correctly.
just featuring all of the insanity from the flat earthers attacking each other? What if that's 90% of the movie?
That's probably what it's going to be.
That's probably their best bet. I'm sorry.
Okay,
to
well,
give the
then,
idea.
I don't know if that would sell.
Well, people dig.
course it would.
Well, I mean,
people
that would
fighting
be kind of
with
like
each other.
Gary Springer.
Oh
type
God,
stuff, or-
yeah, they're gonna think I was a plant. That'll be my day. Great. You know
I'm a
what? Here's
plant.
I have
I'm
a
a total
rant.
plant.
I want to
This
rant
was
for a
all
second.
my idea.
You got it. You got the floor.
I need a rant. These people are the ones. So Jaron, Austin, Dave, the people who are putting themselves out there are the ones that are pushing what all you flat earthers believe, right? So what is it about the 24-hour sun that you don't like? Just be honest. What about it don't you like? That's what I want to know to the community, because we don't know how everything works. Big surprise. Is that not an acceptable answer right now for so many people? Okay, it was a short rant.
That was hardly
It's totally
a rant.
acceptable.
Being
Okay,
able
good.
to
Well, I'm trying.
to say
That was
you don't
as
know.
best I can do right now.
You could do better, DJ.
Being able to say you don't know is a perfectly good position because, like, these guys on the Globe side, they don't know either. So, like, I'm happy saying I don't know. I know what I can test. I know what it isn't. I can argue the null position of flat Earth. I can argue that, but be able to say I don't know, because again, they're looking up there, and we're looking down here. These are two different arguments. There you go. That's it.
I mean, what you were saying earlier Dave, about emotional intelligence and being able to use your intuition and, you know, make a judgment and have discernment and things like that, I think it plays a big role in this, because a lot of people may be pissed off because people are telling them that, oh, it's not what you actually thought it was. And it kind of disrupts and it like derails your whole sort of consciousness if you aren't used to paying attention to your intuition and like following that kind of side of things instead of, you know, the other side. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm seeing comments saying disappointing rant. Okay, sorry guys. You know, I do try to be respectful that we have multiple people on this panel, and that this is bullshit. Because I can go on and on if you really want me to.
Okay.
What the
comment, DJ?
I was just
Disappointing
listen,
comment,
DJ, as
not
a
a
representative of the gay community, if I may say that, that was a really lame rant. Okay, that's all I got to say. Okay,
you want me to get in this?
Do it again.
No,
So
I have
do it
no
again.
doubt. I have no doubt that you are capable of doing a good rant. But if you're going to announce that you're going to do a rant, it's got to be a good one. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Oh, you guys are warming me up. Trust me. I don't
you want to do
reveal
over?
everything about myself just yet. You have to just keep watching if you want to see more DJ Curious rants. I'm not pissed off enough yet.
Listen.
I feel like we need a paywall for this. Like,
Hold on. I got a rant. And I can't. I was going to try to do a crappy rant. I can't even do that. But that's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know, whatever. Fuck off. As a gay person, you know, this is kind of crazy because I could be worried about so many other things. There's
hold on.
RuPaul's Drag Race just started. I could be rooting for my favorite queen, but you know, over here, this is the problem. We are actually on the side of what I believe is truth. So I would rather be here and a little bit like going through it and miserable and seeing so much mayhem and disappointed, but also knowing, look, at the end of the day, we're still fighting for the truth. All of us, even if this person's a shill, they're not a very good shill if they're bringing people to flat Earth. So like, what is that nonsense is what needs to end, because then when everyone realizes, okay, we're standing up for that, we've been lied to our whole lives about where we live and that you guys have physical proof and evidence. Show me what you got. So then you start to look into, you're like, oh my God, you guys are right. This place is special. Oh my God, who made this place? You start to look up. You start to ask yourself, okay, then if maybe there really is a creator and we're not alone anymore. That's why I'm here, because I know what it's like to be on the globe side and to feel like it's endless and hopeless. And that is really mankind going to take us to the stars and make things better. Do we really believe that? Deep down in our core, do we really believe that?
Clap.
Dude,
Yep.
amen.
Yay,
Amen.
That's how you do it. Oh,
Amen.
Good job.
snap.
Hey, no, I was agnostic.
Did you just like flip out? Or is it my screen just glitched? Did you just give me that flip at the end?
That's
Is that what I
just
just
mic
saw?
drop. He's just like,
God wants everyone to know to calm down. He's got this in the bag. Just start having fun. If you're on the flat earth side, it's the side of truth. Start having fun, have joy, love each other. That's how they'll know who the people are. You have to love one another. It's super simple. Then you feel sorry for these people who are in the Matrix. And you're like, oh my God. You think I'm in the
Making up for a
Matrix? Yeah, I think
lost
you're in the
rant.
fucking
Well done.
Matrix.
Yeah, that was really great. That was a really great bounce back.
That was great.
Good job. Good
you
recovery.
totally redeemed
Good.
yourself.
I retract
You
my
totally
statement. You did.
Everyone
you did.
needs to
You
chill
did.
out.
Good job, DJ.
Okay?
Just
Chill.
Yeah. Tinfoil and chill. That's all I'm going for.
Awesome.
Tinfoil and chill.
Awesome.
So where do we go? Where do we go from here,
Nice
Dave?
job.
Let's look up for a new way forward.
Dude, if you don't play my fucking video, I quit the job.
Oh, I'm gonna play it. It's gonna get played. I promise
Okay.
you.
All
I'll
right.
give it to you.
All right.
I
I'll give
think
you a
it's gonna
hand
be-
job.
It's gonna be on the way.
But I think. Listen, I think people just need to stop making false accusations. I had to make that series of videos on my channel debunking the nonsense because it was nonsense. It's just nonsense. But I meant to say this before. If I didn't know those guys, if I wasn't the person that was supposed to go, I'd really be scratching my head looking at this going, but what is going on here? And I'd be questioning Was it faked? Are those guys in on it? Are those paid shills? And I can't. I don't even know if I could believe it. But here's the thing: is because I was the guy that was supposed to go, I by default know that they're not in on it. But I get it. But here's the thing: the things that they came up with, footprints. God, has no one ever been in the fucking snow before when it's cold? Okay.
It was compact.
If you watch the thing with Dustin Nemos, he's like, there's no crunching. So then Austin plays the 360 video and it's crunching. Every step is crunching. He still wouldn't reel back. For some reason, people are diving in on these surface level thoughts. And then when proven wrong, they're unwilling to retract. Flat earthers, all of us have changed our mind. We used to believe in the globe. Okay. We're allowed to change our mind based on new information. We made a declaration that the sun doesn't circle based on no observations out there, right? I'm still not sure it circles, but that's just me. But whether it does or it doesn't matters, but it doesn't make a difference. So again, everyone's got to friggin' relax and start working together. And we'll Austin said it today. He says it every day that 2025 is going to be the biggest year for Flat Earth. He's going on Candace Owens. Can people please support him so he does his best job? Let's not make him defend the nonsensical claims about it between now and then. We should all be feeding him ideas and supporting him. Not that he even needs it. He's going to crush, right? So, the number one thing, I talked to Austin and I said, listen, I don't need to tell you what to do. The only thing that that even Austin needs to do is you need to give people a place that are brand new to this argument. Because if Austin and McToon are on Candace Owens and they go back and forth with 900 things, the people that are new to this are going to remember just the last thing that either one of them said. And then they're going to go, this is interesting. Let me Google Flat Earth. That's what we don't want people doing. He needs to, and everyone needs to do this. If you're on a show, you ever talk about it, you have to keep telling them where to go. I tell people to go to flatearthdave.com, watch the playlist. Watch the crash course. You don't have to tell them to go there. Put a playlist on your channel or, put it somewhere. Put it on your Facebook page. Make a playlist. Copy my playlist if you like it. And just tell people to go watch that playlist. These are videos that are being hidden from you. And this is how we all woke up. We started watching videos that really showed us stuff and made us think. So whenever you're on a show, you have to constantly keep telling them, don't believe anything I say. I always say that. I said, go watch these videos. They're being hidden from you. Watch them and then make up your own mind, right? If you watch the next level and level with me, you're finished. It's over. If you watch the Flat Earth 21 questions, you've got 21 seeds planted in your head that you can't get rid of. Right. So you have to give people a place to go. If you don't have a place to go, send them to flatearthdave.com. If you got a place, if you have a website, Austin's got a website. I said, make a page called New to Flat Earth, start here, and just have a whole bunch of the best videos on it. Not his videos of the high end 3-hour intellectual advanced Flat Earth courses, which are awesome. You need the ones that are going to capture the simple minded people that haven't ever used their brains to think. That's a rant.
That was a rant.
I didn't go the best
at the end, though. I didn't go like that at the end, though.
God. Unbelievable, this shit. Can you believe it? I can't believe I'm in this mess with all of you anyway, but I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
I wouldn't want to be in a mess with anybody else.
I would not
rants
be.
tonight are
I am
safe.
perfectly happy to be right here.
Because the
and I
rants
will
have
represent
gone...
the gayest flat earther if that's what the media wants to come for me. Come for me here. Yes, there's even a gay flat earther. Happy.
I have a rant. I am so sick and tired of seeing twerking every other fucking video, okay? Literally, like, I don't want to see your big ass bouncing around, twerking on something. Like, put your fucking underwear on.
What are you watching? I haven't seen any twerking.
I don't know.
A lot of people love that kind of stuff, Nico.
Feed.
So, some people love twerking. That's fine, too. We gotta love them. But the problem is we've been deceived. Bottom line. That's it. That's what we need to focus on, and not each other who are trying to spread the truth.
Yeah. But you know what? Twerking sucks. No. Off camera. It's
dancing's
fine.
Great. Whatever.
I mean, I have one of those too.
Why
Every
you
time
post that shit?
every time I turn on Twitter, it's like some guy beating the crap out of somebody else. Like
Yeah, it's either,
every
like,
other
huge
one, I'm just like,
fights.
what
That
in the
sucks.
hell is happening on like my feed? Right? I'm like,
The world is
really?
getting angrier, guys. It is. And if we can't find, the silver lining in things, and it's like, stop. They want us to be divided against each other. This whole globe versus flat thing, we're all humans, right? We live in the
Yeah.
same home.
This Candace Owens event will be the biggest boost for flat Earth ever. So
You know, I like Candace Owens. I like
it'll
what
be
she
the
has to say.
biggest. This will be a whirlwind. This will break the dike. Okay, break the dam. The dike. The dam. This will break. Whatever.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Drop
Like,
a joke. Can you even make a
Okay.
joke, Dave?
I was trying to, but I got a gay guy on the panel here. And
I know, you
gotta
gotta be careful.
what
I was like, what was that? What do you mean by
Yeah.
that?
What do you mean
Oh
by
my
that?
Sergeant is
This
asking.
is the show that we can be a little more of a shit show. Is
Do
really
we have a
what it is.
date? Do we have a date for Mark for
thought he
Candace
was
Owens?
I
Anybody?
doubt it'll be live. I don't think it'll be live, but I don't know. I don't think her stuff is live.
No,
but,
Candace doesn't do live.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be live, but it'll be awesome. All right. And
But
I
let's
think
talk
that the
about-
Globers are going to do everything they can to sabotage it. And if that includes making us all try to hang Austin, all of the people that have lost their minds, then that's not going to help him perform.
Yeah, and
properly.
who better? We're so lucky that he's willing to go and wants to go on that show. And maybe
Yeah.
Candace is finally seeing the cracks in the narrative. Guys, this is what you want. You want the people like that to start seeing cracks in the narrative and then going, is it really go as far as flat Earth? You mean the one conspiracy on the entire planet that it makes you look dumber than anything? Oh, could that actually be the truth? Gee, they really set it up nicely, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's so stupid that you could be in a created realm. So dumb, right? Okay. What does that do for you? Not much. Ask yourselves
No.
for the truth. It really
It
doesn't.
takes away your wonder and imagination. It takes away your joy to believe that you're stuck somewhere that you don't.
No, it means you're special. It means you
Yeah,
were created
exactly.
with purpose and intention. And it means that there's a person that knows this place inside out, knows you, it knows every hair on your head.
That
It knows when you're happy, knows when you're sad, it knows what you're going through. And it doesn't want to see you live this life in vain. It wants to set you up. It wants to give you all of your heart's desires. It wants to give you peace. That's what our creator is.
Yeah.
It's love, it's
Yeah.
kindness,
That's
it's
good what you
forgiveness.
said. That's a good rant, buddy.
It's about enjoying this
Oh,
earth,
there you go
knowing that you
again.
don't have to fight with each other or fight for survival. It wants you to enjoy the earth free as it
yeah.
is, as it was.
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
I
DJ.
know,
It's
it's
so
good
It's
stuff,
good.
right?
Good stuff.
It is.
This is the truth.
Being able to live in like your wonder and imagination is so much better than having to get stuck on measurements and is this like this size and
So-
this goes here and this goes there and everything is
No,
all
it just
perfect
means-
and
Yeah, we're done
If
with
you
the
ever-
suffering.
If
That's
you
what
ever
we
see
want.
me on a show and I go, know that I'm mocking Lowry. Okay, I'm not
Okay.
being creepy. I'm just mocking Lowry.
Okay.
Right?
So good. So good.
you like that.
Don't you guys want the suffering to end? That's what I want. That's why I'm
Yes.
here.
That's right. That's right.
That
not-
is true.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of eye for an eye on that. I don't really want to see anybody suffer, but I do.
Our
believe
creator
in
is so
karma.
confident in the truth that he says, turn the other cheek. Let him hit you. He says, if they want to take your life, it's actually him that holds your life in his hands.
Martyr.
He says they want to mock you. They mock you because of his truth. This is what you have to keep in the back of your mind, you guys. They're talking about the truth of the creator, what he designed and put us here. If they're going to mock it, do you think that he's up there worried?
He's not worried.
He's not worried. And you know what? He offers that same freedom and peace to you. That's what this truth is. It's peace. So you can endure. How else do you think you're going to endure when it starts to get really ugly? If you don't have pieces of the puzzle of our creator and where you are and who you are. How are you going to endure when it gets really ugly? This is what helps. It's a puzzle piece. It's not going to solve all your problems. Flat Earth is not the end all be all. Flat Earth is a puzzle piece of what we are experiencing together as humans, made in the image and likeness of our creator, so that we can experience what the creator can do for all of eternity. That's what human beings are.
It makes me want to smoke a lot, but I agree.
And the creator created that. I'm not going to, it doesn't matter. If that helps you connect, I'm not going to condemn it and I'm not going to judge.
No, it's good.
I'm not going to judge anyone who's trying to connect with the creator. No matter who you are, where you're from, what you've done in your past, what you're still doing, what you're fighting against in yourself. God knows what you're going through, guys.
Amen. Amen, guys.
He wants to give you that peace. He is a hand outstretched going, grab it. Grab it, hang on, and hold on tight because we're going for a ride. And I'm not going to let my most perfect creation look back and regret any of this. It's going to look forward, and it's going to remember that I never needed to worry and that this was all designed so we could learn who we are and why we're here, which is the two things we all want to know deep down. No matter where you're from, no matter what you have, no matter what you look like, no matter what you believe.
Yes.
DJ, landing the plane. Where do we go from
Dude,
here, Weiss?
actually, you know what? Can we all take a moment to appreciate DJ?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And play his video before it freaks out, Larry.
Oh, he hasn't sent me the link yet. I don't have. She's broadcasting on my phone, Rico. So like the link is on my phone, but you have to send it in the private chat. Just send me the link, as I think you guys. Really
It's not that important.
Well, if you want me to play it, send it the private link. You just
I
have to
do.
You just hit
It's
copy and
gonna
paste.
it's gonna make everyone super happy.
Put it in the private link. It's just you just put your finger on it and it copies it, and you put it in the private.
That's
link,
what she
and then-
said.
Yeah, well.
Oh boy. Cover your children's ears.
Dude, Dave, you have
Cover
so
your
much.
children's ears.
You have so much.
Hey, you did good on F-bombs tonight. You're really great. You're it's a massive improvement for you.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
That's
We'll
sweet.
see how that lasts, but
Yeah,
where do we go
fucking
from here?
awesome.
Where are we going,
Rico.
Weiss?
I think we're going. I think TFE is just going to be behind us. It's actually a good data point. It'll be interesting, if people start working together and look at all the raw footage when it finally gets uploaded. Somebody suggested that they upload it using torrent. I don't know a lot about it, but I think it works. So like if the upload gets disrupted, it remembers where you were the next time you try. So I actually sent that over to Austin on Telegram. Somebody suggested it, and they'll figure it out. But again, there's lots of good information. What difference does it make? It makes our understanding of the sky, better. If we'll be able to figure it out more. But again, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't, right? Everyone's got to watch
picture.
Marty's. Marty lays it out better than anybody. And again, it doesn't destroy the AE map. It's not me grifting. Oh, my app is no. Look at the sun. If it's over Johannesburg, 4 hours later, I know it's going to be over New York or over Miami, right? And whatever the number of hours is, I'm not looking at it right now. And so we've tested it with the sun. The zenith point of the sun, the 12 noon sun, is accurate, and it works. We know that the sun circles. It's biblical that it circles, right? We don't know what it does where we're not supposed to be, which is in the outer lands of Antarctica.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something like just from those last 3 weeks, especially when they first got down there, I was just watching the sun across here, and I was looking where it was here. There's a weird thing going on in the sky that we don't understand, and I was trying to put together the mileage of where their apparent position was versus what they were seeing. It's weird, guys, and there's a lot of stuff to figure out. And maybe we'll figure it out most of it, but maybe we're not supposed to figure out all of it. But there's a weird enough things going on, anomalies going on with sun angles and where we're seeing the sun at, is that it doesn't quite work out what they're saying is on their globe model. It just isn't. It just isn't. So there's some weird things happening.
Yeah, I had to break up with the globe because it was just not working out with us.
Yeah. You're always easy to walk away from things like that, though, too.
I mean, they were gaslighting me.
Yeah.
Super narcissistic. Oh my God.
Narcissistic. It's been a rough couple weeks, guys, and I know, like everybody that's been in this for a long time, like for 10 years, a lot of us have been in this, and that's why I played that video in the middle of the segment, was just because, remember where we all started, which was just with cameras on beaches and binoculars, and just like, is this really true? I can go out and look at this, and then you go out and look at it, and you're like, oh, holy shit, that's way too far. I can see too far. Go back to that stuff. Re-embrace that. Don't think about the sky, as much until you want to, and then but you're talking about looking at the heavens. You're talking about looking at luminaries that I didn't even really start thinking about until 10 years ago, and I'm almost 50 years old. And the things that I thought I understood about the sky that I don't now is unbelievable. I don't know what's going on up there. What we're going to find out, who knows? We'll find out enough that what we need to know, or there's going to be some stuff that we don't know about. But this false dichotomy that was presented here, whether there was a gambit that was played either by Whitsitt or by Jaron or by the other side, or if it gets flip-flopped, doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. doesn't matter because we're not walking on the sky. We're walking on the ground. There's my rant. There you go.
Nice.
You want to take us out of here, Dave?
Well, we still have 16 minutes.
I know, but I got something I want to play, or I think I have something.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me on, guys. This was awesome, and I will be on Strange World Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern.
DJ Curious.
Yeah, you know you're going to be on with Witsit, right?
Me and Austin are going to be on. That's going to be
You and
very
Witsit.
interesting.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how Flat Earth can go on the offensive. We're going to talk about how Flat Earth can unite. We're going to talk about putting this shill nonsense to bed. Because
that makes you a shill, by the way. That makes you a shill, just so you know.
God, guys, everyone's got a past. Come for me. Go ahead. It's like I don't have anything to hide. I'm still going to be here at the end of the day, and I'm going to try to push the truth forward.
Good for you.
Yeah, you know what? Same thing. I don't have anything left to hide either.
Whatever. Everyone's got a past, but the point is we can't let that define anything. It's like if you want to push truth forward, then stay here. Don't go back to the deception side. Instead, love those people, lead by example, let them kind of see the light in you so strong and bright that they want to know why you are the way you are. That's what Flat Earth is to me. It's a piece of the puzzle of hearing like, hey, we got to push forward if you're going to be part of like what's good and honest and true or not. And that includes people within the community. There's still time to come back. If you've been skeptical, I get it. I see you. Thank you for being skeptical. You want to have a keen eye. You don't want to be deceived. But then when enough evidence proves, okay, hey, you know what? They were telling the truth. What did you learn from the trip? What was happening behind the scenes? Let's start to get to those questions. And that's what we're going to cover on Strange World with Austin, and Dave gets to be there and kind of just make sure that this dream team of flat earthers stays together and stays positive, because it is the truth at the end of the day.
Indeed. Dave, thank you for coming on, man. Dave,
all right,
always a pleasure. And we'll be watching you guys on Tuesday with DJ. We'll be hanging out in the chat and everything. And,
Thank you, Dave.
We love you guys.
Hi,
Go ahead.
Paige. I love you.
Love you, Dave.
Love you, Dave. Say goodnight to Paige for us.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, I have a question really quick. Maybe it might be a rhetorical question, but if we're all created in the eyes of the Creator, like the image of God and that whole entire concept, then we have free will to create our own problems. But we also have free will to correct those problems and come from a positive standpoint and a standpoint of love, as opposed to something that causes more chaos.
Well, amen. And God is love, and you're not alone out there, guys. None of us are alone in this. And no one has the weight of the world on their shoulders in this either. But we can all be a part of it. Well, yeah.
Indeed.
But he can handle it.
Love you
He's
guys.
got
We will see you next Sunday on the Sombrero, and you guys will probably see a bunch of these people doing a bunch of other stuff as we move forward. Dave, thank you so much. Love you guys.
Yes, and
hey, you
shout
guys
out to
are the
everybody in the
greatest.
chat. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you, Sombrero.
Oh, I love my mom.
Yeah, that
so
was
much.
fun, guys. All right. I mean, I feel
All right,
like
thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
God bless.
See ya.
Yeah.
False news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first. Unfortunately,
Because of you, we're in this mess. Forever you will acquiesce. How you love to be deceived. Whatever they tell you, you believe. Dead of sight, dead of mind. News believer, you are blind. Critical thinker, you are not.
Chilling. Good to see
You missed it, Melanie, but shout out to you.
Maydex, thank you. Melanie, behave
Tony
yourself.
Coriolis, legend.
Tony,
Piano,
Titus, 2113, Joe
Justin Johnson. Is that lucky?
Lev Kung Fu.
Love Kung Fu. What's up, buddy? 7-Eleven Lucas. Dr. Bass. And we also have Steer and shout out to Mark Sargent. Don't miss Street Road. Mojo Shop. Josh Bud.
Dr. Bass afterwards.
We cannot forget Valley Park.
Mojo Shop.
Oh, look, the Reckoner was in here tonight, Alex.
Valley Park. My double. My double.
Tony Coriolo is a legend.
Inject your poison where your mask. All they have to do is ask. Never questioning authority. Blindly
We gotta get him on. We gotta get him. I mean, for their new album.
Fool, you television watching fool. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Lick the boot of tyranny, begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, the TV know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television
Rico, you're a star. You notice the Weiss Guy. Now this is editing. Like this is creative editing.
Alex is pretty good at this stuff.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait until he does a. See, there's the twerking.
To be free. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Lick the boot of tyranny, begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, the TV know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television watching news believer. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Lick the boot of tyranny, begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, the TV know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television watching news believer.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah.
This
We'll see you guys later.
extremely dangerous to our democracy. Good night.
Good night.